Group C and WAFCON have completed their first match days, and we have two winners. South Africa topping Ghana and Mali over Tanzania. Let's talk about these games a little bit here. We get to South Africa over Ghana, Bayana over the Black Queens. It's funny when you look at this tournament, and at least for me, I talk about the teams that could win it, right? Nigeria looking nice, Zambia and Morocco fighting, Senegal with a big win. Sometimes we forget that, South Africa are the defending champs. And maybe they like it this way, where teams aren't talking about them, where maybe all the hype is on other sides and they are quietly the defending champs. They're a side I find are very much comfortable playing either win possession, but also their bread and butter is that counter. Bypassing the midfield, getting the ball deep, and creating opportunities that way. We saw them do that at the World Cup. And ultimately, we saw them do it against Ghana. But I do need to talk about Ghana here. Ghana had a good first 15 or so minutes. And then it just fell off. And then the 28th minute, they give a penalty that is converted. And 5 minutes later, just poor defending from Ghana, and it's 2-0 already. If you look at some of the stats for that Ghana-South Africa game, you'll notice that, Ghana had more of the possession in the game. Right, 57-43. More set pieces. 4 corner kicks to 1. Not as many. 20 fouls committed by Ghana versus 8 for South Africa, which meant 20 free kicks for South Africa and only 8 for Ghana. But that first half, if you're a Ghanaian supporter, if you're a Black Queen supporter, you look at that first 15 minutes and you say, okay, we see the potential of what could happen. You look at the second half when they started to push, because South Africa, again, we're going to defend well and get their 3 points. You certainly can see some encouragement. I think it becomes a little bit problematic when you think, hey, what are the opportunities you let slip by? In tournaments, it's not about how good you look, it's about the results you get. And so South Africa looked at their game, they got the result, they secured the penalty, scored, and then put it out of reach, it seemed. The Ghanaians certainly can build off of this game, but you're at a major tournament. You can no longer have a conversation and say, oh, we played well. It's results. And I think this Ghana side have the talent. Man, Doris Wajuma is just, decision-making in the final third. The wrong pass, the right cross, the right shot, the wrong pass, everything just felt off. And for a player that they were giving her and she was trying to create, just wasn't creating the right thing for the team at the time, which is unfortunate. Because this Group C, I think, is a very open group. Similar to, I think, Group B. I think Group A is going to be tight because with Senegal getting those 3 points, Zambia and Morocco have to play well, which means you are going to lose 1 third place spot to that group. And so if you're in Group B and Group C, you got to accumulate points. Find the points, whether it's draws, whether it's a win. Get yourself those points to give yourself a shot to move forward. If I'm Ghana, I think there's some positive things from the game. I think their second half, they certainly played better. But again, I said this about Botswana yesterday. You saw the build-up pieces, but they just weren't able to put it together. And I think when you're looking at Ghana, that was the situation. You saw the build-up, but once they got to the final third, they just couldn't match the pieces together, and that ultimately cost them. But with that, they have to turn the page and be ready to go on. And I think Ghana can certainly learn. You hope that they can put it together here. And if you're South Africa, you let everyone else talk about everyone else. They're the defending champs. They're at the top of their group. And hey, they're comfortable playing and pressuring. They have built the ability to play either way, whether that is with possession or as they are most lethal on the counter. We look at the second game of Group C. Mali scoring in the 7th minute of additional time gets their win versus Tanzania 1-0. Again, the same type of a story. Tanzania had a few moments, but Mali converts their one opportunity and are able to stage off and get the points for this game. I think, again, this third place spot, again, there's only 12 teams, so there's a 1 third place slot coming out, and I think Group A is going to get 1. So Group B and Group C, those last 4 teams, I think they're fighting for 1 spot. Finding those opportunities, and it's as simple as it sounds, saying conversions and getting goals are the difference. Yes, I know, it seems like a very novel idea, but truthfully, get your goals. The teams that are going to be a little bit more clinical give themselves an opportunity. Botswana, again, had moments, same as Tanzania had moments, but just couldn't put it together. And so I think we wait and see what happens with that. Tomorrow is a rest day for WAFCON, which means we don't get to see any of the teams play. We get the rest. Maybe we'll have some programming for you guys for that tomorrow. But as it stands, going into everyone's match day 2, Senegal's at the top of Group A, with Morocco and Zambia tied for 2nd and 3rd, with DR Congo in 4th in Group A. Group B, Nigeria on top of that group, Algeria 2nd, both those 2 teams with wins, and then Botswana and Tunisia in 3rd and 4th. And in Group C, South Africa and Mali, both with wins today, and Tanzania and Ghana sitting in last. Let us know who you think has the best chance of emerging, especially those teams who are fighting for that 3rd spot, or maybe trying to move up into a 2nd spot with a good 2nd match day. Let me know in the comments, and as always, we'll stop talking right here.